Now this culvert is really tall. See how the end of it is stone? Years ago, before they built the big main road, this was a one-lane bridge that you're seeing right here. But then as traffic grew, they needed a wider road. The road now has 2 lanes and a breakdown lane. Now, this is the old culvert with a really nice granite blocks. And up on the ceiling, see those big slabs? You can see where they drilled and blew it up with dynamite. And in between those big stones, they put tiny stones in the cracks to stop soil from washing through. Got some stalactites. It looks like they put extra concrete there. The soil must have been washing out. These are very nice rocks. See those rocks right there? They're falling out of the crack because over the years, the space is getting bigger with all the freezing and thawing. They're moving around. You see the concrete? That was probably all filled with concrete, but it fell out. And I can see it still on the ends. Now these days, you usually don't see a culvert this tall for its width. They did it for it matches the old one. So yeah, we got a bird's nest up there. Now this pipe here, that's probably over 100 years old, but it's in perfect condition because that's when they built them to last. This new one will be here for probably at least 50 years. But it's nothing like the craftsmanship that went into that. Edges are slippery as I try to get around the deep pool of water. That's a really nice culvert. That little culvert there is 3 by 5 feet. There's a pretty nice granite one up here that I'm gonna go take a look at. The 2 smaller culverts. Here to catch debris. This monitors how much water goes down there. If there's too much water coming out of this pipe, it'll go down here instead. This culvert here used to go underneath some train tracks, but it's now a walking trail. But the really nice granite culvert is still here. Got the pool of water here at the end to slow it down. Look at that. This here is an old train rail that they used for the ceiling. These are all train rails that they used along with the regular bricks inside of here. This one's in excellent condition. It looks like they may have done some work. That concrete looks very new, like they recently did some repairs. Coming out the other end, we're gonna have another culvert right up here. Look at this. Look at this thing's all busted. This used to be standing up here for that pipe. That's a storm drain. It looks like it's still working. It might be crushed right there, but it used to come out right here. Drains to river, no dumping, that tag says. Let's walk up to the next pipe. This culvert is very short. That is really short. Extremely short. I'm not going to hurt my legs walking through that. I'm going to walk over the top to show the other side. Here we are on the other side. There's a tiny dam here that they can put a piece of wood in to bring the water level up. If they ever needed to drain this, you see the pipe on the bottom here? They could open that up somehow and drain it from beneath. And there's another dam right up here. And this just drains a bunch of parking lots. So this whole thing is just about drainage off the hills nearby. Time to walk back through. Right here we have the river that's really high. This is the end of the culvert. But you see, the culvert has crumbled. That's supposed to be a pipe all that way. But you see it just washed out and it caused this big sinkhole. This all caved in. And now it just comes out right there. And as you can see, this culvert is probably very old because it was made with bricks. I'm gonna get to the other side of it, see if we can look inside. On this side it's crumbling. Much too dangerous to go near. Here we are on the other side. Yeah, look at all that crumbling right there. Let's see what's going on in there. Okay, this part doesn't look all that bad, but you see down there at the end where it switches over to bricks, that's our issue. You shouldn't be able to see daylight down there. But also, I have also realized why they're not fixing it. It's because it really does not matter. The pipe doesn't really do anything anymore. Because look what's on top of it. It's just woods. It's an abandoned road. So even if this did fail, all it would do is fill this up and go right over it. Very interesting. Let's come up here to see where it's coming from. This up here is the new road. Like they replaced it. Years ago they moved the road. Instead of it going around a big twist, they filled this area in so it could go in a straight line. That's all. I'm gonna take a look at this pipe too. Now this pipe looks pretty old also, because I see some bricks, and they don't make them anymore with bricks. What it looks like to me is it used to be a brick culvert, but they put a concrete insert inside. Just by looking at that, I can tell that's high quality concrete. So that's not going to be crumbling like some of the ones I've seen. Look how big these vines can get. This is called Oriental bittersweet. It's an invasive species here in the United States. It was purposely brought here years ago to help with erosion. Yeah, this pipe is nice. You see, this concrete is a lot better. You don't see any rebar showing. This is just from a storm drain up on the street. Got a little bit of rust. That's probably just coming from the ground, because this pipe is in good shape. No spiders in here. Okay. There's another road up here. We might have another pipe to look at. So that's just nasty rust coming from the ground. It's not even a stream anymore. It's just a mud pit filled with trash. Looks like a lot of the water comes from this way. There might be a pipe up there, but we can't go to it. It's locked in with a barbed wire fence. Maybe there's something over here though. There's not. It just ends. Going back. I'm back down where I started so I could show the nice brick culvert. I'm looking at that thing now. It's not even crumbling. The reason it broke is because the bottom of this is down here sitting in the mud. Over the years, this heavy concrete entrance sunk into the ground, creating a crack, and that crack kept eating away at the ground, causing a sinkhole, and eventually the whole thing just caved in, probably during a storm. Let me show down here, because this was the interesting part. Like I said, I'm not going to go in it because this part's dangerous, but it's okay to look from above. You see what I mean? It didn't fail because it wasn't built properly. It fell because this part of the ground sunk, and that's what started the failure. But the brickwork itself, it's not crumbling or anything. It just broke from the ground sinking. Let's get a look inside of there. Oh, that's where all the water's coming from. I was about to say, there's barely anything coming in the other side. Very musty in there. This is a 4-foot pipe. Yeah, we got some chips and mods. This one is so long I can't even see the end of it. See that tar protecting the pipe? I can smell that. But look at the tar. Why is it on the ceiling? Did they put the pipe upside down? That's what it looks like to me. They installed it upside down. I shut my light off. I cannot see light at the end. That's a junction I'm seeing. Very interesting. Oh no, look. I see it here. I guess the bottom part just wore away, so this is where the average water line is when it floods. Down here is normal, in the rusty area. I can feel a lot of wind. See the nice stone junction? Oh, there we go. This water here is actually producing a lot of wind coming down the pipe. People always try to tell me that going in here, I should bring like a gas meter to make sure I'm not breathing in methane gas by rotting plant material. But if there's wind blowing through the pipe, you know it's ventilated. And the pipes I go in, they're not like a mile long. This is probably 100 feet at the most. That was a nice pipe. Nice rocks at the entrance. The very end of the pipe where I entered, that was a little bit rusty, but other than that, that was not a bad pipe as far as condition. What you're seeing here, this used to be train tracks actually, a while back, through this tiny culvert. Yeah, this one's in great condition too. Water's a little bit deep in here, in the center. And this just travels down the road a ways. Time to go back. Now I gotta go through here very slowly because I just stirred up mud and now I can't see the bottom. There we go. The pipe down here was very pleasant walking through. Time to go back. I can go through it really fast now, since I know there's no holes. Thanks for watching. That's caused by the road salt in the winter. It's ruining the concrete. Here we have an abandoned bridge. This thing has got to be really old. Look at that side. Got those granite bricks. But over here looks new, like they tried to repair it. This side doesn't actually look that bad. The other side was awful. Take a look at this tree. The thing has huge thorns. Look at this part. This railing is about to fall in. See the big hole in the bridge? The whole deck is caving in. Got a lot of trees growing on top of it. Looks really dangerous. Let's see if I can get underneath and look at that. So that means between the bottom and the deck, there's dirt in there, and the dirt just washed away, compromising the deck on the left. But underneath on the left, there's no signs of the damage.